Part 2 of the series? Wow, it's almost as part 2 of the Pyro update. Yes, anyway, forced jokes aside, part 2 of this series will focus on the items while you game, mostly for an aiming perspective. And this tutorial cannot go out of date, so there's that, I guess. So, the most important item to use how to aim is your monitor. Yes, your monitor. First of all, let's get the important part out of this out of the way. Your old 17-inch 720p monitor will not cut it anymore. 1080p will, but it's not really about resolutions. It's mostly about refresh rate. Plus, most players use low resolutions anyway, but that's mostly to your computer's ability to run TF2. That is, if it can. TF2 is a very poorly optimized game. However, that could be the fact that the game is 10 years old now. And this, because it's mostly CPU bound, but I won't get into that now. Back to the topic at hand, most pro players use a high refresh rate monitors, and owning one myself, I can say that there is quite a difference. See Thrickle's video on this for further information, link in the description. To sum it up, a 60Hz screen always shows the picture shown to you at 60th of a second. It picks the most recent one to show you. If you have a 120, 144, or even 240Hz screen, it shows you the image every 120th second, 144th, and 120th respectively. Using this information, you may go to Amazon and look at the 144Hz screen available, but hold on, you may need to even get that FPS, so take whatever FPS you have now. If you have a 60Hz screen and your console getting over 60, go ahead and buy one, but if you're not, focus on getting better hardware before plunging on a 144Hz screen. Now, for the main effort of aiming, the real one this time, your mouse. An old 400 DPI Dell mouse from 2004 won't cut it anymore, and if you're wanting to get into competitive gaming, you'll probably need a good mouse. People have their preferences between Razer and Logitech. I, myself, go with Razer, but any of them will really do. People looking at suggestions on the Razer side, the Razer Def Air Elite is a fine choice. Then again, don't go overboard to get a mouse that looks like this. This mouse is called the Rats, or as I'd like to call it, the Bad Rats. Anyway, with any good mouse, needs a good mousepad. I used to think any mousepad will do. Well, that can be the case, it's much better to use a quote-unquote gaming mousepad, such as use GCK Plus or even a Razer Mat. Keyboards aren't very important when it comes to aiming, just get one that really works. Really, that's it. Now, onto configs. In my last video I touched on this a little bit, but showing how to install an autoexec. However, I failed to really say what they can do. So for example, if you're getting low FPS, you might want to consider getting a graphic config. It's easy to install one too. Just drag and drop it into your custom folder. I'll also be supplying all my configs in the description, which includes a graphics config. To install a graphics config, just drag and drop it into your config folder located in your Steam folder. Easy as that. Segways are weird. They're like the unicycle moped. Anyway, no. Okay, so here's some other players slash YouTubers weighing in on their options on their aiming cells, mostly to get my channel views. Woohoo! I think it's time to wrap this up. To recap, you might want to get a good mouse, preferably Razer or Logitech. Get a 144Hz monitor, if you can, that is. And finally, a good mousepad. Also, a little side note, don't listen to any of these tutorials because aiming in TF2 is useless. The end. And cut.